In this video, I am going to be trying the Wugtrio 16 Trainers deck, and I'm going to be hoping to catch some people off guard at Master Ball rank. Let's jump into the video. Going second into a fire deck, so it's most likely just Charizard. Probably old Charizard as well. But we just need to find our Wugtrio as quickly as possible. The aggression that this Wugtrio deck puts down is insane, so we should be favoured into this matchup. We would probably need something like exactly his Charizard on turn 3, plus Moltres getting him a load of energy to win this game. Let's see how it plays out. So we use the Pokeball to get our one Wiglet out of the deck. We run no other basic Pokemon. I am going to just Misty here because we want to see what happens. We do hit heads. Wow. Only one. That's completely fine though. Now we just need to find Wugtrio and we're already attacking next turn. I'm going to hold all my cards in hand just in case he plays Iono, thinking we have the Wugtrio and he'd actually be helping us out. We do the 30 damage to the Shaman. If we'd done it to the Charmander, it would have done 50 and put him to 10, which would have been really nice. So he's wanting to find a Charmeleon right now. He's throwing out all the stops to try and find it. Double Pokemon communication. Let's see if he hits it. Or maybe he's looking for Moltres. Seems like he didn't hit it though. But no Moltres, no Charmeleon. We can place the Cape next turn to get out of range of the 30. And there's our Pokemon communication. This guarantees the Wugtrio. Honestly, I might put a second Pokemon communication in the deck, because that is actually insane. Guaranteeing the Wugtrio. I'm going to use the Irida now. Don't think it really matters, but even though we're getting 10 less healing than we want, it's completely fine because we want to be using supporters every turn anyway. So let's see. So we do kill the Shaman and put this guy to 10. It's not really the ideal hits I was hoping for, but we should still be in a winning position. So he does have the Charmeleon. He goes to 1 energy. Let's see. So he's on 110. So we would only need to do 100 to this because then the super effective attack would kill him. I'm just going to place the energy just in case he's running Team Rocket Grunt or something. Let's do this wing. Come on, Wugtrio. Wugtrio did 150 to the 10 HP Charmander. That's absolutely crazy. What are you doing, bro? Why would you do that? And the opponent still concedes anyway. The Wugtrio knew exactly what he was doing. He was BMing the opponent. He was showing that even doing 150 to the 10 HP Charmander was enough to win the game. Going second against a Steel deck, most likely Dialga Arceus, but could also be... Okay, so it looks like Skarmory plus Magnezone. This is quite an aggressive deck, so it's going to be interesting to see which deck's aggression wins out. It does have the Rocky Helmet. So we have a bit of healing. We also have the Wugtrio currently in hand. If I attack, I got a 40 and he basically beats me. So I'm always putting Cape to play around the Giovanni. If I attack, I fall to 60, and if he has Giovanni, he wins. Is there a world where he's running Giovanni? I think it's just not worth to attack. I think we just sit here and pass the turn. It would have been nice to push 30, but we want to try and maximize as many turns with Wugtrio down as possible, so we can't even be tanking 20 damage. It's just really not good for us. We basic Pokemons before research. That implies to me that he's got a couple of basics in hand already. So he has the Magnemite. He probably at minimum has another Magnemite or Skarmory. So he does the 50. So the play here is to go for Misty and try and hit one head so we can start attacking. So come on, one head. And we do hit the heads. Let's go. Even a one extra for good luck. Now we're swinging for 150 at random. I'm going to place the extra energy just in case he runs Team Rocket Grunt. Now we swing. Let's see, come on. So we do one-shot the Magnemite. That's probably for the best because now we're not scared of Magnezone at any point. And it looks like my aggression's winning out. The heads from the Misty really swung the game in my favour. All it takes is 150 while going second. And your Wugtrio is already attacking from turn 2. We have the Irida for a bit of healing. So if he puts us, he probably is running red. So we do need to factor red into the calculation. But if he hits for 50, he's putting us to 40. We can heal to 80. And then he would be able to do 70 at max. But you also have to factor in the Rocky Helmet. So if he has second Skarmory... So this game isn't actually over yet. We do need to close this game out. Really important that the Skarmory dies right now. This guy's going to do 30 damage because it is super effective. So we're going to fall to 20, so we do need to Irida to heal that up. We're going to fall to 60. So yeah, that's completely fine. I was thinking if Magnemite attack plus red would ever one-shot, but thankfully it doesn't. And the Wugtrio puts 150 into the Magnemite. Why are you trolling me like that, Wugtrio? Bad Wugtrio. He's cute, so I'll forgive him though. Look at this guy. And he has the Giovanni. He's putting us to 20. That's really good for him. He's playing around his outs. We do have the second Irida, so we can heal up out of the range. And we take the win now. Really fun game though. Wugtrio even trolled a bit to make it interesting, but we do come out on top here. So I am going second into a water deck. Most likely Gyarados. Okay, so once you see the Origin Form Palkia, you know that it is most likely Gyarados. This should be a good matchup for us, because we're going to be attacking with the Wugtrio pretty early. Whereas he has to spend time building up for his Gyarados. So we have a pretty good hand. We have the Pokeball to get the basic. And then Pokemon Communication guarantees us the Wugtrio. We get the Wugtrio anyway. Now we just need to find Misty. So I am going to use the Pokeball. I'm not worried about Mars, but I am scared of Iono. Now we have a 50% chance to just kill the Magikarp right now. Come on. 50%. And we do. That's actually hilarious. Obviously he can still win this game if in a world where we didn't have the Wugtrio. His Palkia could sweep us easily. So he's going to play it out because we're playing at Master Rank and obviously he doesn't want to lose any percentage points on his game. He actually is running a Mars in his Gyarados deck, which is really bad. I'm not sure why he's running that. Honestly, that is terrible. Let's see. If I don't evolve this turn and he hits one heads on Misty, we lose. I think this basically guarantees us the win. Even though we're missing out on the 30 damage now, I'm pretty confident that this guarantees us the win in the long run. So we'll just evolve and end our turn. That way if he gets heads from Misty, he's not one-shotting us. And he's not going to be attacking now, so we can start swinging next turn. Well, this turn. Let's see what happens. So we put 100 into the Magikarp. That's completely fine though. It's important that we kill the Magikarp there, because if he evolved into Gyarados, his Gyarados is quite tanky. So it could like sponge up a lot of damage. And one Misty of like 4 heads could completely win him the game. He actually has a chance to win this game if he gets heads right now. And he does hit the head, so he wins the game. That's crazy. The red plus heads won him the game. I wonder if the play was ever to communication the Wugtrio away to find Wiglet just to play around that. mean, I imagine the game would be still losing at that point, but it would have given us an extra percentage point to win the game. So we are going second into a dark deck. Most likely Darkrai Giratina. It is. We have the Wugtrio already in hand. And we have the Pokeball to find the other Wiglet. We are in a decent position here. Now that he's placed the Rocky Helmet, he can never go above 150. But if he potions, he could potentially get above a threshold. So I'm just thinking if it's correct to push the 30 damage now. I also need to think about if I'm worried about Mars. In the last game I played, I got really screwed by Mars. I think we can't worry about Mars, we're more worried about Sabrina, so I am going to hold the Wiglet in hand and push the 30. We're 40. Let's say he comes down with Darkrai and puts us to 20. We would need to evolve and not push another attack. If he doesn't have Darkrai right now, I am going to be forcing another attack down. I'll just potion to get us above the one-shot range. So he's going to end his turn and go to 2 Psychic Energy. He needs to end his turn one more time. Let's see what Misty does. 1 heads is enough to win us this game right now. And we do hit the heads. Let's go. Let's go. We'll show him the Wugtrio, the beautiful card art. And we'll take our win. Hopefully he lets us. He doesn't even let us. Wow. Insta-concede. Well, GG. So we're going first against a fire deck. Most likely Charizard. It is a shame what happened to the fire class. There's no decks viable outside of Charizard, really. So we'll just end our turn. It's a lot more likely that he plays Iono than Mars. So we want to keep all of our cards in hand to maximize hitting the best cards that we want, which are Misty plus Wugtrio. So he's going second, so it's a big advantage for him. He's going to be ramping up his Charmander's energy from turn 1. We need to try and delay his Charmeleon and Charizard for as long as possible. Seems like so he doesn't actually have the Charmander. He must be running Grass Healing Shaman. Got it from the Pokeball and then tried to communication it away to get, or he hit the other Moltres and he communicationed it away to try and get Charmander, but missed. That means we know for a fact he has at least Charmeleon and Charizard in hand. Mars really screws him here. He loses out on 3 cards, so we are going to drop the Mars. He's attacking for 70 next turn, so we are going to drop the Giant K. I have seen a couple of these Charizard decks running Giovanni. So I am going to Pokeball now. Thin the deck from our 1 basic. Increase our odds of drawing Professor's Research, Pokemon Communication, or the Wugtrio that wins us the game. I'm going to hold it in hand. I'm not playing around Giovanni killing. If he has the Giovanni and kills, we're probably losing the game anyway. So it's best to keep the Wiglet in hand to maximize our odds of getting Wugtrio if we draw our Pokemon Communication. Let's see. The fact that he's playing all these cards indicates he doesn't have Giovanni. Yeah, he doesn't have the Giovanni. We have 1 turn. There's the Iono. So if I play Wugtrio, he's going to be on 90 health. So I don't even need to play any of these potions. I am just going to go straight for the Wugtrio. I'm going to hold as many cards in hand as possible to increase the odds of hitting that. The Iono also helps him because He's looking for his Charmander. Come on, please hit Wugtrio. Wow, we don't hit Wugtrio. So the play here is to retreat into Wiglet and place our energy on the Wiglet that we've already built up. This is the only player we have. We're hoping he doesn't have Cyrus or Sabrina. He only has 3 cards. Could be anything. His best card would be... So he does research. So our Wiglet is safe for 1 more turn. He's going to kill this. And we're going to be drawing 2 cards. Well, 3 cards. Hopefully we hit our Wugtrio and start attacking. Seems like both players are having really bad draws this game. So come on, give me the Wugtrio. Let me start pushing damage. Pokemon Communication comes 1 turn too late. Now it's a completely useless card. Need Wugtrio here. We do hit the Wugtrio, let's go. This Pokeball is completely useless now, so I'm going to play it just in case he is running a Mars. Now we can swing. If he has red, he does actually beat us. Unless this Moltres had died. So now his out is red. I don't see why you would run red in a Charizard deck because he one-shots everything anyway. So I'm not too scared of red. He does Iono or shuffle the cards. He's still looking for Charmander. And we're just looking for healing to keep our Wugtrio above the 70 thresholds that he can do right now. He really can't find his Charmander, poor guy. So we don't pick up either of our 2 potions. We lose if both of these Moltres don't die. So we need to find... We need the bullshit that is 100 damage into like this front guy not to happen. And we do get the ratios that we need and win this game. Double Moltres knockout, let's go. That was a pretty fun game. Both players having quite slow starts. And we do pick up the win. So we're going second into a grass matchup. Most likely something like Executor Meowscarada. Okay, so it's Beedrill EX, Meowscarada most likely. We do have the Wugtrio already in hand. Now we just want to try and pick up some Misties. Hopefully we can find a Misty right now. Speed us up for a turn. We don't find Misty. Am I scared of hand disruption? Not really, no. So ideally I would want to hit Misty to have a chance for Wugtrio to attack next turn. He could also paralyze our Wiglet. Let's see what he has. If he evolves into Beedrill, we're screwed though. I think I am going to Iono because it seems like he does already have the Beedrill in hand. No Misty either. So we're going to be on 120. Beedrill will hit us to 40. We definitely need Misty to have a chance in this game. I'm just trying to think if I need to put the cape down or not. Let's see, if he hits us for 80, we go to 40. He probably is running red. So let's say he puts us to 20. Cape puts us on 40 and Irida puts us on 80. Then we have a chance to draw a I could even potion now, to be honest. I really need to find Misty. I think I'm just going to shuffle the potion away. Increase our odds of finding Misty. Whilst also shuffling his Beedrill away. There's a Misty for next turn. The reason that is so important is because if he has Beedrill now, he's taking away 1 energy. So we always need to hit 1 energy to have a chance in this game. Ah, this is annoying. This is really annoying. I think we needed the Misty 1 turn sooner because we need to Irida to get above the 80. That means we're never attacking. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Anything we can do here? Nothing. So I am going second against a Psychic deck, most likely Giratina, Mewtwo. So we're looking for Misty and Wugtrio ASAP. So we can start pushing 150. Let's see what we can draw from Professor's research right now. So there's the Misty. Now we just need to find Wugtrio or a basic Pokemon so that we can shuffle with Pokemon communication. So we have some pretty good outs. Come on. I really want to use Misty next turn, so I'm hoping to find Pokeball, Wiglet, or Wugtrio so I can start attacking for 150 next turn. It's important that we apply the aggression as soon as possible. Let's see. We do hit the Pokeball, that's great. Now we can draw the Wiglet, shuffle it away with Pokemon communication, and go for Misty. But we really want heads here. Come on. Come on, Misty. We do hit the heads. Let's go. 2 heads. Now we can evolve to Wugtrio and start attacking already from turn 2. Let's see what we can do. So we really want to kill the Mewtwo ASAP because the Mewtwo straight up one-shots us, whereas the Giratina doesn't. Imagine he's at this point he's just gonna start pushing 50. He probably is not going to try ramping energy on Giratina anymore. I guess it depends on how many... They do run one other Giratina, so if he has that, he might try and put it down to tank some hits from Wugtrio, and he might try finish building the Giratina. We'll have to see what he goes for. But it feels like I'm in a really good spot right now. Look at that card art, that's beautiful. But it looks like he is going for... So he opts not to push the 50 and he's instead going for this play. He can potentially Dawn next turn to do 150. So I really want to find Giant Cape right now. Or my Wiglet. So we do find both of those. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to start building up this second Wiglet. And also put the Giant's Cape down to play around the Dawn. 150 one-shot. And he concedes after that. He must have had the Dawn, and he knew that by not being able to one-shot the Wugtrio that turn, it was game over for him. So GG, we beat the number one of the strongest decks in the game right now. So that's really huge for us. So we are going second against the Fire deck, most likely Charizard. Probably old Charizard. So we're looking for Misties and Wugtrios here. We do have a Misty, now we just need to find Wugtrio. I love this deck, it's so funny. It's super aggressive. So he wants to find his Moltres ASAP. And retreat to safety and start ramping as Charmander. Let's see if he can do that. So at this stage he would need X-Speed. He has quite a lot of cards, so he could have Moltres plus X-Speed. But he doesn't want to use the X-Speed this turn, he would save it for next turn. When he sees the Wiglet, he has no idea what it is that I'm running. He could be scared of like double Sabrina or something like that. And he doesn't have the energy this turn, so he'll just wait till next turn. He's thinking pretty hard. He's probably thinking that so he's retreating now because he doesn't want to take the super effective damage of 50. On the off chance it 1 and 3 did hit into that. And now he's weak to Sabrina. He must be pretty confident that I'm not running Sabrina somehow. That's completely fine. So now we're just looking for our Wugtrio. So we'll draw our basic Pokemon first. Let's see. I'm going to use Professor's Research and not Misty right now, because finding the Wugtrio ASAP is what we want. Honestly, the cape didn't matter, but I'm kind of scared of Mars in these Charizard decks. Some people do like to tech one Mars into their Charizard deck. So from his point of view, he wants to find Charmeleon right now. If he has Charmeleon into Charizard, he's in a really solid spot, because his Charizard will always be one-shotting our Wugtrio. He's ramping the energy. It seems like both of his Charizards are in the bottom 7, which is really unlucky for him, but good for me. So he's ramping the energy. He's one turn delayed on his Charmeleon. He would need to top deck that next turn. I'm also looking for my Wugtrio though, so not like I'm in a much better spot. He could Dawn forward energy and do 70 next turn, but we're at 80, so that's completely fine. We'll just place the energy and attack. Spring out. We do 30 to the worst one to do damage to. It is pretty annoying that he's healing for 10 each turn, but ultimately I think it just matters if I get my Wugtrio next turn. I think the only way I can win is if I have Wugtrio next turn and start swinging for the 150. He's thinking pretty hard, so I imagine he didn't top deck the Charmeleon. He might have Dawn and he's thinking about if he wants to start swinging for 70. Because he's probably scared that he's never going to get his Charizard down. So if he's running one Dawn, it might be good for him to start pushing 70 damage onto me. From his point of view. He does Iono, that helps me out a lot. He knows I don't have... Actually, he didn't know that I didn't have Wugtrio. So he might have assumed I was just holding it in hand for one turn. I still don't hit the Wugtrio, but we do have the Pokemon communication. So if we find Wiglet, we're going to be getting our Wugtrio. I wonder if the player was ever to like hold the Pokeball. Because now we have no Pokeball. We still have one Pokeball in the deck. But he still doesn't have Charmeleon. But I also don't have Wugtrio and no way to draw it. Mars doesn't do anything, so we're just going to attack. Wow, we're both getting really, really shit draws right now. The Shaman is now on 10 HP. Not really sure how useful that is for me, but... Oh, he has Giovanni and he one-shots. That's a nightmare. What happened this game? So we're going first into a dark deck. Most likely Darkrai Giratina, but it could also be Darkrai Weevile. Okay, so it is Weevile. So both of his EX Pokemon have got 140 health. So we need to be aware of that. So we do have the first Wugtrio. Use this Pokeball to find our final Wiglet. Do I need to play this on the bench? Honestly, I am. Or am I? Yeah, I am. He could potentially kill this Wiglet next turn, so I am going to place the Giant's Capes down as well. I only run 2 Giant Cape and no Rocky Helmet, so let's just put the Giant Capes down to play around Mars. I know that these Darkrai Weavile decks like to run one Mars. So we have double Misty. Next turn we're going to be evolving and slamming Misty, hopefully hit some heads. So will he opt to place his energy on the Darkrai, going for the guaranteed 20, or will he flip some coins? He will take the guaranteed 20. He's probably someone who gets unlucky on the Sneasel hits like me. This Pokeball doesn't do anything, but I'm going to play it so that I'm getting it out of my hand just in case he does run Mars. I'm going to Misty the front Wiglet. And if I don't get multiple heads, I'm going to attack with the Wiglet. So I do get so many heads. Let's go. So we're already attacking with the Wugtrio. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the pink... What do we even call that? I don't even know what that is. Let's see what the pink guy can do. So we do one-shot the Sneasel. And the Darkrai set to 90. So he is going to need to put down another basic Pokemon. Otherwise we win. This card art's really beautiful as well. Look at that. Like a galaxy. Let's see, what's he going for? So he went for Team Rocket Grunt. Thankfully he hits Tails. Let's see what happens now. He concedes, he was over. He got done in by the Wugtrio EX. Absolutely hilarious.